Welcome to today's deep dive. We are so glad you're pulling up a chair and joining us for this conversation.
Yeah, really glad to have you here with us.
Today, we are looking at a massive architectural shift happening right now in Enterprise GIS that is geographic information systems.
Right, we're finally moving away from that old school deterministic mapping.
Exactly. We are entering the era of generative spatial R. We've got a dense, highly technical roadmap on spatial arc pipelines in front of us today. And, well, our mission is to shortcut your understanding of how AI is fundamentally changing the way we interact with the physical world.
That's a huge shift.
Okay, let's unpack this. The core problem we are facing is that legacy GIS is just incredibly rigid. It relies on strict SQL queries.
Right, so if you're looking for a property, you need an exact coordinate or an ID number.
You can't just search for a spatial vibe, like asking the system to find you a property with an aging roof near a drainage canal.
What's fascinating here is that while modern AI seems like the obvious fix, you just talk to it, standard large language models are actually spatially illiterate.
Spatially illiterate. I love that.
Yeah, they are brilliant with words, but if you ask them about complex geographic relationships, they frequently hallucinate. Without an underlying spatial index to ground them, an LLM might confidently tell you that an industrial asset is sitting safely outside a protected ecological zone.
When in physical reality, it absolutely isn't.
Exactly. It's making a statistical guess based on text, not physical reality.
Wait, so if standard AI hallucinates like that, how do we fix it? We can't just rely on text anymore, right?
Right. We have to use specialized models and embeddings. And for those who might not be in the weeds, REA stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation.
It's basically giving the AI a verified reference map to check before it answers your question.
Precisely. We are using models like GeoRSCLIP, which are trained specifically on bird's-eye satellite imagery. Because they look at the world from above, they can actually understand urban textures and spot hidden environmental relationships.
Like how a specific pattern of vegetation might indicate unstable soil underneath.
Exactly that.
That makes total sense. But analyzing all that visual data globally sounds incredibly heavy and slow.
It would be, without discrete global grid systems. The architecture relies heavily on frameworks like Uber's H3 system.
Which does what, exactly?
Instead of doing heavy, complex math, what engineers call trigonometric spatial joins to figure out how irregular borders overlap, H3 turns everything into a massive grid of continuous hexagons.
So suddenly the system isn't calculating complex geometry.
Right, it is just comparing symbol ID numbers. It turns massive geographic bottlenecks into lightning-fast integer comparisons inside a database.
Here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. Let's ground this in a real-world scenario, like disaster response.
Where every second counts.
Right. Emergency workers don't have time to manually trace maps. With a spatial R pipeline, a responder can just type naturally show blocked roads within 500 meters of active shelters.
And the system instantly synthesizes real-time satellite data.
Extracts the road geometries, spots the blockages, and provides immediate life-saving situational awareness.
This raises an important question, though. How do we actually trust that the AI isn't just making up those road blockages?
Yeah, a hallucinated blocked road during an evacuation would be disastrous.
Precisely. That's where GraphRag comes in. Instead of just searching for what looks similar visually, spatial GraphRag stores data in a knowledge graph. Locations become nodes.
And their physical relationships are the connecting edges.
Right. It prevents the AI from fabricating physical connections because it literally verifies the structural data first. According to our sources, implementing this graph-aware logic improves spatial task accuracy from a mere 37% to a staggering 81%.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, it points to a massive workforce shift. The traditional GIS professional, the button pusher, who manually traces road networks, is becoming obsolete.
They are being replaced by what the industry is calling a latent space architect.
Basically, instead of drawing the map themselves, they are designing the invisible frameworks that teach the AI how to draw the map for us.
And even more wild, the traditional map itself is losing its status. It is no longer the final product.
It's now just a temporary visual byproduct, a fleeting report generated by an AI reasoning engine.
And our source material leaves us with a truly profound realization. It states that an organization's most valuable metadata is no longer the physical attributes of a shape on a map.
It's actually the intent of the queries being run against its spatial data.
Right. It is learning from what we are looking for, which leaves you with this final thought to explore.
If these systems are actively learning from how we ask spatial questions today,
What happens to our physical world tomorrow when the AI starts predicting and acting on geographical questions we haven't even thought to ask yet?
Workflows. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on the latest in AI and GIS. See you in the next video.